Welcome to the 10th season of the Author's Corner. Each show is jam-packed with interviews, reviews, and so much more for you, the author and the artist. And now, here's our host, author H.D. Campbell.
Welcome to a much later edition of the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. As always, I'm your host, H.D. Campbell. I apologize for the delay of this episode. There was a lot of technical glitches. There was a lot of other things going on with the coverage of the George Floyd protests and everything. Plus, I also had a few computer bugs of my own that I was trying to get done all at once. So, with everything now finally getting back the way it is, I'm giving you this show late. But be assured that every Monday you can watch The Author's Corner on my YouTube channel at HD Television. This episode is just late. Today's episode, I'm bringing you I'm giving you a powerhouse author as well as a powerhouse poet who just happens to be my cousin. So first I want to bring you Nachell Flanagan. She wrote a very steamy book. I mean, I'm not even going to tell you about it, but you will hear a review from it soon. I'm in the middle of reading it, and I just love it. So that'll be great. And the next interview will be from Michelle JaNiece Perry, which is a cousin, which is actually I just met her just this last Saturday, and she is awesome. That just shows we just have a lot of talent in our family, which I won't get into right now. But when we come back, we're going to start the ball rolling with Nachell Flanagan. Stay tuned.
Have you been to our website, www.hdcampbell3.com lately? It's informative and is highly interactive. Besides the personal blogs, the picture gallery, and a chance to learn about H.D. Campbell Productions, you can also buy books and check out H.D. Campbell services, all in one place. So log on to www.hdcampbell3.com, and when you're done, check out our media page at www.hdcampbellmedia.com. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit. Check out H.D. Campbell's media page at www.hdcampbellmedia.com. H.D. Campbell keeps up with the latest news through blogs written by him and other guest columnists. It follows the latest news in the communities of the world in all areas. It's also another place to catch back episodes of the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. It's the interactive media source that provides the facts without a lot of media fat surrounding it. With columns and articles daily, check out what H.D. Campbell will write about next. Log on to www.hdcampbellmedia.com for details. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit.
Welcome back to the Author's Corner. We're going to start the ball rolling with Nachell Flanagan. What can I say? We're both Capricorns. We're driven. I mean, you just need to read, man, her book. I really can't say too much about it. You just got to hear the interview. But the interview was awesome. Her personality is awesome. Here she is.
How old was I when I started getting interested in it?
Yes, and what got you into it?
Oh, well, I was 24 when I started getting interested in writing, and what got me interested, I was a part of a book club with me and my girlfriends. I never was a reader. You know, school kind of ruined that for me with, you know, the boring novels that we had to read in school. But once I got into my adult life, a group of girlfriends of mine decided to do a book club, and we would meet once a month on a Sunday and talk about the book. And so I was reading a book, and I started to read it, and I'm like, this is how I think, you know, because I've always been a creative writer. In school, I could write a paper the night before and get an A on it, right? I've always been very good with words. So when I started reading those fiction novels, it resonated with me. I was like, this is what I want to do, you know? So that's when Love Karma was born, that long ago.
Awesome. So where did you go from wanting to write to actually publishing Love Karma?
Okay, so I started writing as soon as I got the idea. I began writing. Like I said, I was 24. It took me just that long to finish it, being a single mom and working full time and all of that. So life gets busy, and writing is not easy. So we have to get in that creative mindset. So I started off really good. I was going in on it, right? My daughter was 2 at the time, so I started going in on writing, and then you get that, I'm gonna say, blockage, to where it's like, okay, what more can I write? And then I had a setback in between being laid off periodically throughout my adult life. I had a setback to where I would write a lot, and then I had a burglary. Someone stole the book. I didn't have it backed up, so I learned a lesson there, right? So always back up your book. But I didn't know. So the laptop that I was writing the book on actually was stolen. So I had to start all over. And of course, that was a bout of discouragement, right? So it took me a while to get back involved in it. And it's just been one of those things that I've talked about with my girlfriends. Like, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to finish this book. I'm going to finish this book. And they're like, when are you going to finish the book? So finally, in working in corporate America, I just got exhausted. I'm like, okay, I'm working to pay bills. I like my leadership role, but I need to do something for myself. So I got under a mentor for a 4-year period to learn how to self-publish. She's currently now doing movies because she published other authors. So she's now doing classes on how to start a production. But I studied under her for about 4 years and decided I'm going to self-publish. So I started Dreams Fulfilled Publishing. And in 2018, I said, I'm making up my mind. 2019, I'm leaving corporate America after 8 years with the company I was with. And I'm just going to dedicate all of me, hire myself to publishing my novel. And so I finished Love Karma at 2018. I think it was like October of 2018, I finished it. And in February of 2019, I resigned from my job and and I published it in June of 2019. Yeah, so almost a year old now.
Awesome. Before I move on, I want to back up. I need to ask you, when your laptop got stolen, all of us have gone through a situation where we've lost a book, we didn't back it up. How long did it take you, or what did it take for you to just not give up and say, oh, this is going to happen?
So what it took was me digging through things, right? Found an old disk from when my laptop had a virus on it. And a friend of mine had saved my files to that old disk, and I had the first 3 chapters. So it's like I didn't have to necessarily start over from scratch. At least I had my starting point. So that's what it started watering that seed, right? So it started to grow. The plant started to grow again. So then, like I said, during the time of being laid off, I would dedicate nothing but my time to, recreating it. I will say the storyline changed a lot from when I first started when I was 24 till now. But definitely it's a much greater story. So everything happens for a reason. So anybody that's writing their novel and they have that happen, everything happens for a reason, because this book is way better. Plus I was more mature when I finished it, because I'm 41 now. So I was more mature when I finished it than when I started writing it, right? So everything happens for a reason, and I learned a lesson of don't let anything like that discourage you. A lot of people like to say, oh, the devil's working, right? But sometimes it's a redirection from God, to produce something even greater. So finding those 3 chapters on that disc did it for me.
So you said you started your own publishing company. Tell me a little bit about the publishing company.
Well, my goal is to one day publish other authors, but right now I just wanted to, in addition to accomplishing my goal of publishing my book, writing the book and completing it, I wanted to self-publish and start a publishing platform. So Dreams Fulfilled Publishing, of course, anybody that wants to write a book, it's a dream fulfilled, right? So that's why I named it Dreams Fulfilled Publishing. And I'm starting off as my own client. So I hired myself, and I've made some great contacts as far as, editing and book cover design and things like that. I mean, you see my book cover design. And so with that, that's just my thing now. Hopefully I will be confident enough and ready to publish other people. I just don't have the time right now. And, it costs to publish, to be a publisher for other individuals when it comes to contracts and stuff like that. But my goal is to one day turn Love Karma into a film. So.
Awesome. Now, tell me a little bit about.
So Love Karma, my thing about karma, I always felt like karma is, when people say karma, it's like, oh, karma is bad. But karma is good or bad, right? And so when it comes to love, you have good love karma and you have bad love karma. So my little saying that I put is, the karma of love is either good or bad. You decide what karma returns to you. So love karma is based on the karma of love. It talks about it's stories filled with relationship. Well, it's a storyline of several characters, and it talks about the struggles of relationships, deception, the romance part of it, sex, and things like that. And then how in some relationships you give a lot to a relationship and you may feel like you have the short end of the stick. But you have to wait on your good karma to come back around. And then you have those relationships where a person is all about self, and you may feel dogged, or they may dog other people out and mistreat them, being very promiscuous in relationships, and things like that. So it just gives you, it's a good read for those that are out there living the I'm all about self life. And then for those women that are out there looking, or men looking for that good karma to come back around. So it's like, keep being who you are, because a lot of times in relationships, people allow the hurts and pains that they've had in past relationships to affect how they treat the person in the future. So you got to kind of understand that there's good and bad karma. So put it out there, you get what you put out there, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So next question. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's basically what it's about. Just stories telling about relationships and the karma of love.
Okay. Well, any personal experience or observations mixed in with the book?
So you know what? My readers, especially my male readers, have definitely asked me, is this based on your life? And I'm like, this is all fiction, you guys. This is not my part. Now, maybe some of it is like personal, but it's not to the extent. And I had one male friend tell me, you need to start telling people this is a no, because you already looking at me funny. You know what I'm saying? So, you get to see another side of Nachell, the author, definitely, especially for people that know me. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a very reserved person to myself. I don't let too many people in. So I've had a lot of classmates like, you wrote that? You wrote that? And I'm like, yeah, that was like, I think, wait a minute now. So
okay, we got to stop the interview right now because we got a problem. See, I'm a Capricorn. How dare you call us out like that? How dare you? You call us out.
What? Yeah. You're a December Cappy or a January Cappy?
December Cappy.
Okay, so I'm the day after Christmas, December 26th.
I am the day before New Year's Eve, December 30th.
Okay, well, yeah, you in there with me, because there's a difference between a December Capricorn and a January Capricorn.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, so you understand how we can be. We're very driven, but we're private to a certain extent. Love hard in relationships. And so just, the book, like I said, is not based on my personal experience. It's strictly fiction, because I didn't think about that when I wrote what I wrote. I'm like, until people started reading it, they're like, did you do all this? No, I wrote all that, all up here. I'm a little kooky. I'm a little kooky when you read it, and for those that know me. But yeah, no, nothing about any friends. I wouldn't have any friends wrote about any friends' situations. So it's all my creativity.
See, I love that. I love that. That's pretty wonderful. So, how's the book been received so far?
The book has, surprisingly, when you talk about love karma, right? Because I'm going to show it, okay? So when you talk about love karma, you see those lips and you see the
Yeah,
lady.
that's
So you think, oh, seductive chick book, right? When I tell you my male readers have both male and female, which I was expecting it from my female audience, right? But my target audience was female, but my male readers have enjoyed how I expressed and created the male characters. And they're like, how did you write that from a male point of view? And I'm like, well, I had to get down like this. And I just had to talk like males do, right? But they have really received it like, hey, you gotta read this. So they've referred it to their other male friends. So I'm very happy that it resonates with both male and female, the male and female audience. So
awesome, awesome. Now, just strictly to your male readers, how many? What have your male readers been saying about your book?
of course they like the erotic part of the book. Of course, I got a little side eye, like, hey, can we like exchange numbers and go out on a date? Like, hold on.
That's what I'm wondering about. I wonder where you get the hit on a lot.
Oh my God, but to say the least, they do enjoy the storyline, especially the male storyline of the homeboys, how they interact and tell each other, they're, confide in each other, man, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna handle this. But definitely the erotica of the book, yeah.
Oh man. So I've got to ask you this. There has to be a sequel, another one, something coming soon.
I mean, when I created Love Karma, I did not create this book to have a part two. I created this book to be just Love Karma. My other book ideas that I have brewing in my mind, I've outlined I've outlined two of them, but those are nothing like Love Karma. So I'm like, and so I get that all the time. I'm ready for part two. I'm ready for part two. Like if you go on Amazon books, the reviews, it's hard to get people to write reviews on Amazon. I've sold plenty of books on Amazon, 10 reviews, but guess what? I got like 4.5 stars. So
That's exactly.
and the reviews like, oh, and the sex scenes and oh, this book, I couldn't put it down. I had somebody read it in 24 hours. That's what they like the most. Yeah, the male readers love that part of the book, but they do enjoy the storyline as well. Sorry, I have pets.
Oh, that's fine. Actually, that brings me to my next question. When you take off your author hat, we were mentioning your kids and graduation. What do you like to do when you're not writing and being a super author?
What I like to do, I like to get with my girlfriends. I'm a little bit, I will say this, since writing this novel and getting it out there and having to be a salesperson or really talk to other people, it's kind of cured my introvertedness, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of am more out there and socializing. So I like to get with my girlfriends. We hang out, not now, of course, right? But we do these Zoom meetings. We've had Zoom happy hours. I'll be my kooky self, play my music, dance. So, and just hang out and chill with the kids. We talk a lot. It's kind of hard finding that balance between being a parent and being a parent friend, because I like my kids to be very comfortable with coming to me with anything that may be a hard topic to talk about, So I spend time bonding with them outside of, did you do your class assignments? Or like the other day we watched a movie. So, things like that.
Awesome. Awesome. I know I just asked this, but do you think, please just tell me you have something in the works for next?
Well, okay, so the goal was book 2, and
Yes, I'm begging. I am begging.
okay, so, and you have to finish the book so that you can be my accountability partner now that we are Facebook friends and things like that.
Not a problem.
But
I will buy it, I'll get it, and I'll review it for you.
Yes, that's awesome. The goal was to have the second book completed for the anniversary of Love Karma. But I haven't started that process yet. I did go back to corporate America because, of course, like I said, my oldest, who is my daughter, is a senior, and there's a lot with college and things like that. So books don't sell as fast as you need them to, especially when you only have one book out there. So it's making the time. And honestly, my 9 to 5 has not slowed down since COVID. So it's not like I'm sitting at home doing that. I'm actually working from home, and it's actually gotten busier for me because of what I do. So it's in the works. I hope to finish it very soon. It won't take me as long as it took me to finish Love Karma once I start, though.
Right. Okay. Well, my next question is, how can we get to know you? Where can we buy your books? What can we do to know more a little bit about the author? Where can we go?
So I do have my website, www.JaNiceFlanagan.com. So I have my website where I've posted at least one blog, so it kind of gives an idea, but I will start posting more blogs about hot topics. The first blog is really about relationships, being ghosted and things like that. You can also, on Facebook, it's Nachell the Author. And on Instagram, it's at Nachell the Author. So that's where I can be found. And Amazon Books, search Love Karma by Nachell, just my first name. And I almost did a pseudonym, but I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I used my first name to publish my novel. So.
Yeah. Can I ask why not?
Well, because I wanted to publish other authors, and I didn't want to hide behind, I'm not a school teacher. So what? If I write a sexy book, Plus, I want to be known for it because a lot of people, for example, Zane, a lot of people don't know Zane's real name. So when she wants to teach a class or if she wants to get more professional, she has to not hyphenate, but put her name in quotations. Like my mentor, her author name is Azarel. So she goes by Tressa Azarel Smallwood, Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of, I didn't want to do all that. Nachell Flanagan. I write everything. I write children's books. I write teens books. Well, I'm not going to do children, but I do want to do like teen books because I don't feel like boys have enough chapter novels to read. You can have anything for a girl to read, but boys don't have enough, right? So, teen chapter novels, targeting more boys, grown-up books. And maybe one day, my one title of my one book was How to Kick Corporate to the Curb. Now, I got some funny stories to tell and how to kick corporate to the curb. So, I want to be able to be all around. I don't want to have this book because it's this genre under Nachell and this one under Nachell Flanagan because it's how-to or self-help. No.
Okay, awesome. So that brings me to my last question. My last question is always giving you the final word, whether it be shout out, advice, whatever you want to say, the floor is yours.
So I always look to inspire others. So I'm going to give some advice. Keep pushing towards whatever you want to do. If you're watching this recording and it's just about, you're not wanting to be an author, you're wanting to do something else, just keep pushing. You can be successful in whatever you want to do, but I believe in, if you're going to work, like and love what you do. You know what I mean? Don't, because you'll never feel like you make enough money if you don't like what you do. So that's my advice. So everyone should have something that they do for themselves. We work to pay bills. A lot of times we work because we have to. But my whole reason of striving to publish Love Karma is because I wanted to do something for myself. And plus have multiple streams of income. You're not a boss if you don't have multiple streams of income. So 5. I'm an author. I have my own baking business. You know, I make all these little special treats. I got a big order coming up for a graduation party. But do something that you have a passion for and that you like to do. And if you have to work the 9 to 5, you know, it's supplemental finance, you know, income. So at least you're doing something that you want to do.
I told you we don't disappoint here at the Author's Corner. It was a damn good conversation, and you can get her book, see her blog, and learn more about her at NachellFlanagan.com. That's where you can get all of her books, find out more about her, and kind of bug her about getting those second books and third books out. So you didn't hear that from me. So when we come back, we're going to talk to family we're going to talk about poetry and what's going on. We even got into a side conversation about George Floyd. So we're going to talk to Michelle JaNiece Perry. We'll be back here in a second.
Do you need editing and formatting services for your manuscript or document? Go to HD Campbell Productions, who will offer professional services and reasonable prices. For more information, call HD Campbell at 314-265-9169, or you can send him an email at hdcampbell3@msn.com. Let HD Campbell be your editor. As always, let your writing fuel your spirit.
Welcome back to the show. Starting last month, I started asking for specific theme authors to do special shows the last 2 weeks of every year. Last month, it was Black Science Fiction. This month, I asked for Black Spoken Word. And I got a lot more than I bargained for. I got a lot of poets I'm going to give you this month with a lot of things to say. But it just so happened that this month that the tragedy of George Floyd happened, in which changed the landscape of everything, including this show. Again, part of the reason why this show is late because I tried to get a lot of breaking news as I could to everyone about what's going on in my city, as well as breaking news from CNN and everywhere else. I mean, it's a big thing. The officers are now all in jail right now. Hopefully, we're going to see justice because this is all over the world now. I mean, this isn't just Minnesota now. This is worldwide. So, which brings me to my next author poet, Michelle JaNiece Perry. She's an awesome poet. She has a lot to say. And we started talking about her poetry and ended up talking about our need for justice. It was a great conversation. So here it is.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What got you interested in writing poetry?
I don't know. I've been that way since I was a kid. I used to just write stuff. I believe though, when my grandmother used to go to the Wesley House, and they had a children's program, and we were always we were there every day. We did routines like dances and stuff, and I had to recite footprints.
Oh.
and also Black is Beautiful. So I had to learn those, and my grandma helped me with that. And then I had to do it in front of a whole lot of people.
Okay. And you mean the Weathers? Oh, you mean the Weathers house on Penrose?
Yeah, is that what, Penrose and Lee, I think?
Yep. I used to stay right down the street from there, by the way. Actually, my uncle still stayed on Penrose and Newstead.
Oh, okay. Yep, the Wesley House right there. My grandmother used to go there all the time for the senior program they had. And like I said, me and my brother, we were in the children's program they had down there. So
Yes.
we doing dances, we go different places and perform. So I think that's what really started.
Cool.
Aside we already just doodling anyway. They're really, really, brought it out of me.
So what brought you to your first poem? Tell me about your first poem you ever wrote.
The first poem I ever wrote was, I can't remember my very first poem, but I know it wasn't very nice. Because,
Right.
I had to grow out of that. I'm kind of still growing out of it. I'm very vengeful or whatever, and so, or just period. And I always used to write in my diary, to when I was upset. And so I believe my first poem might have been something mean. Talking about doing something to somebody.
Well, that brings me to my next question then. So I guess that actually brought me to my next question. What fuels the poetry that you write?
Just everything I go through, my emotions, my life, things that happen to me. Sometimes I might write something real beautiful because I might be in that type of mood. A lot of my stuff is angry. There's a lot of anger in it. And hostility and revenge and just, stuff like that. It has to do with my atmosphere,
Now, have you ever thought about putting all that together into a book?
Yes. Yeah, I have. I just procrastinate so much. Then sometimes I might second guess myself,
No,
I might, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said I might, think that it's okay, and then I might, when it comes to putting it together, I'm just like, well, ain't nobody want to hear all that. This is stupid, but then I go back to it, I'm like, no, but there's a message in there, But yeah, that's why I haven't though. Aside from procrastination, just the fear of, failing at it.
Well, see, procrastination is one thing. Procrastination you can work with. The biggest mistake we as writers make is the fact that we don't think nobody wants to read our stuff because it's not good enough. That's how you know you're a good writer. Because you don't have that ego.
Okay.
So that's how you know already. So give me like, for example, like how many poems do you think you've written up to this point?
Oh man, I have written at least over like 2,000 poems, probably way more than that. Probably 5,000, 6,000. I mean, several poems because that's all I ever done. I'm a homebody, so that's all I do. Like sometimes I don't have time for anything else because I'm in my writing. It's even caused a problem, with my family sometimes because it's like, if I'm writing, leave me the hell alone, but it's time for dinner. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so now I'm like, hold on, so now we gotta rush out about 10 o'clock to get fast food because I've been writing all day and it's like, this is what I do. I've lost a lot of my stuff though. I've lost a few storages in my lifetime and a lot of my books were in there. Yeah, I lost a lot of stuff like that.
The one thing you don't realize, a lot of stuff is still in your head, and you can still come up with a lot of stuff. So, I mean, that's just a bump in the road. You can still get what you need. It's all still in your head.
Yeah.
So, have you ever performed any of your poetry?
Have I ever done what?
Ever performed any of your poetry?
Yeah, back in 2000, when I used to go to Divinity, and they had what you call Modapo, music, dance, and poetry, open mic night. And I've been up there a few times, but that was in 2000, and I really haven't done anything since then.
Oh, you need to go back. You need to go back and do some more. Because before this interview is over, you're going to read me a couple poems.
Okay. Okay.
So my next question is, so who was actually, besides you and the people you've read to, who else has experienced your poetry?
I posted some things on Facebook, and that's pretty much it. Just people around me. I posted some things on Facebook, and maybe a few strangers here and there.
Okay.
Then they ask, what I do, and then, conversations spark up, and I, mention it.
Okay. So my next
other than that, I just getting real idle with it.
Okay. Well, my next question is, that goes to my next question. Who have you personally have written poetry for?
I've written poetry for my parents. I've written poetry for my guy, my children. Relationships. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm writing. I'm writing to you all the time. It could be good, it could be bad, but I'm writing to you.
Do you see your poetry in the next couple of years? Or what do you want to see?
I see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I see it everywhere because right now my project is called Michelle is Coming Out of Her Shell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting ready to be everywhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. And to find everywhere.
All over St. Louis. Like I might just start posting it all over polls. I plan on having a book together, and I plan on it being in stores. I plan on, handing stuff out, just selling it from where I'm at, or giving some of it away. Just different stuff. It's gonna be somewhere all over Facebook.
So, where do you see yourself beyond that?
Beyond that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just out here, period. See, I'm also a Black Panther.
Okay.
So, I have a lot to say. Well, I mean, right now, of course, my poetry is more geared toward what's going on. Not that it wasn't before, because I'm always writing about that, but now it's just more so. I mean, we're tired. We should have been tired. And some of us were. Some of us just, this whole thing, with all this, murder going on, unnecessary. They're just doing what they want to do and getting away with it, and we just sitting back, it really pisses me off. And it just makes us feel kind of like helpless and hopeless in a sense, but, we're really not.
Well, see, we're not helpless by any means, but we're not helpless or hopeless, but we can do something about it. Were you downtown last night?
No, I was going to go downtown, but I just didn't. I had, the kids wanted to go, and I had to explain to my children, this is not a thing of fun. Nobody's down there having fun. Like,
right.
Anybody that is down there protesting, believe me, they're willing to die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to know what you're doing. You go down there, you got to be willing to, of course, fight back. And of course, by any means necessary. But you got to be ready for that. You have to know that, okay, I'm protesting. They might start throwing tear gas. They might shoot us with rubber bullets. Hell, they might shoot us, period. So you got to be ready for that. When they say move, you stand in your ground, because they just protesting about. When they say move, we not finna just say, all right, y'all, let's go. It's like, no, we ain't going nowhere. So you got to be ready for that. And I, explain to my kids what all of this is. This ain't just about tearing up nothing.
Right. How are you training the young men in your family as far as talking to the police, not talking, that's what I'm saying. It's like, like I talk to my son, how do you talk to your son?
I tell them, first off, just do what you're supposed to do. Even though sometimes doing what you're supposed to do gets you killed, but it's like, you're in a no-win situation, like, don't resist arrest. There's no point in trying to fight. You got 4 or 5 officers and it's just you. I mean, it's no point. It's you and 4 or 5 officers and a few people with cameras and that's it. You don't have nothing. You don't have nobody coming to your rescue. There's nobody that's going to help you fight these officers off. They're just, yelling, leave them alone, do this and do that. So, especially if you're in the wrong, if you are in the wrong, then do what you're supposed to do and comply. Seriously, and just try to avoid this mess at all costs. Like, know your rights. You can know your rights, but at the same time, don't just be, don't exude stupidity. Like, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. Because some of us do it wrong. We'll learn our rights and we can't wait to get out here and use them. Right. And sometimes we'll kind of create an issue. And it's just really hard. I tell them that, then I have to end up telling them stand your ground. At the same time, I'm going back to be careful how you handle the situation, and it's hard for me because it's like I'm kind of saying comply, but at the same time, I'm saying don't comply, so it's like, I really don't know what, I just don't know.
Well, see, the problem is, there are times that you can be complying to everything, and they still act ignorant and will kill you. We got to teach our kids, hey, know your rights. Actually, call us if you get in trouble.
Yes, that's true. Definitely. My son just got pulled over a few weeks ago, tail light or something. But they definitely called me and I was on the phone. Even though my vehicle was down, he said everything was okay. They were being decent, but I was on my way over there for a lift or something. And it's sad that we have to do that. It's sad that when you get pulled over, you have to call somebody and let them know this and that. Aside from the only reason you should be calling somebody is to say, look, I got warrants, I might get locked up, you might have to come get my car.
Right.
Something like that. You should never have to call and be like, look, I don't know, they might be doing this and that. That should never be the case. I'm just sick of it. I tell them, just be careful out here. To the best of your ability. Just be careful.
Well, see, one thing a lot of people don't understand is we're angry, but they're not understanding why we're angry. We're angry because this keeps happening and nothing keeps happening to the officers involved.
Absolutely. Nothing. They got this warn, whatever you do, don't even worry about it. They do these things and they know that they're not going to get no consequences behind it. That's why they're doing it.
Right.
This stuff never went away. We got immigration and, we got all this stuff. This stuff has never gone away. It's just been swept under the rug and they have been doing it. It never stopped. It just wasn't, hasn't been as vivid like it had been back then. And now it's becoming more vivid, but they never stopped this. They've been doing this. It just ain't all of us acting televised and people haven't been outraged by it.
And that's my problem. Well, CT, what kind of solutions do you think we could do?
I mean, to be honest with you, as far as this thing goes, to be honest, only thing I see is that, justice is served or an eye for an eye. And that's just the truth. That's just how I feel.
Amen.
What we're doing right now, we can riot, we can burn everything down, we can do this and we can do that, and that's fine. But if it's not gonna bring them to justice, then I don't see our point. Because right now, whatever we do needs to give us what we want. Kind of like all the things that happened in Ferguson with Mike Brown, everything that happened, all the stuff that went down, and yet this man is still free.
Yes.
So it served no purpose except to get everybody riled up and angry and to show them that we pissed off and, you know, we're going to do this and do that about it. But, you know, at the same time, nothing was done. This man, you know, Mike Brown is still gone. Justice has not been served. This man is still, he's not locked up and he's still alive. So, I mean, you know, I'm just being honest. There's no consequences for this stuff, and that's the only thing. Either justice or half or not.
Well, I tell people all the time. No. Well, so I've been telling people.
Yeah, no.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's the, you know, that's the answer. Because if justice is not going to be served, then we just gonna keep doing what we do. You know, we can't marching up to the enemy, constantly saying, you know, hey, can you quit doing this to us? Can you please stop? That doesn't work. We've done that. We've been doing it. We have been doing it, you know? And sometimes you can get what you want. Like the bus boycott, we didn't ride the buses, okay, fine. You know, let the niggas sit in the front. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, give the niggas what they want on the bus because we losing money. Okay, fine. But that stuff don't work for everything.
No.
All this marching and begging and crying that we doing, and they still killing us. You know, they're still killing us, and justice is not being served. It's like, you know, they'll let one of us do it. You know, we gone for life.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to serve the same time that anybody else was served for murder, because he murdered that man. You know, he murdered this man.
Mm-hmm.
All four of them.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. It's just like, huh? He got his hands in his pocket. He was looking like so. You know, he's looking at, you know, us. You know, like, that's right. You know, because he can do that.
But all the while but all the while you can hear me say, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Yeah. That man didn't deserve to die like that. I don't care if he was resisting rape. He can cut her. He can resist all he wants. He can talk all he wants. You know, he's not a threat to you, and he did not deserve to die, and they know that. They murdered him, and they know that he was murdered. And to just fire these officers and send them home, wow.
Yeah.
You know,
But, so you just find another job? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, let me go out here and kill somebody and then just lose my job.
Right. I'll find another one.
It's a slap in the face, and this is what they've been doing to us. No, and I'm not with none of that, you know, because a lot of people are hollering, y'all don't care for black on black crime. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
You know, I'm not tolerant of none of it. Whoever you are, if you take a life, you know, you unjustly take a life. I don't care who you are, what your race is. You need to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm. All the time. And see,
you know?
I'm glad I'm talking to you because, like I said, I didn't know you was part of the party as well, which is also perfect, which all brings back to your poetry and everything. So, what type of words you think we need for this type of time to just get us together?
Words for our people?
Yes.
But right now, we need unity more than anything. If we don't have unity, we don't have anything.
We don't have much of anything. You hit the nail on the head.
You know, you cannot. You know, these white folks, they have unity. As you can see. That's why they're backing him.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They can do, they have unity. You know, something happens, they get together and they band together and they go do what they do and they cut that out. You know, us, we don't have it. You know, even within the, we got all kind of, you know, crap from people against us. You know, oh, y'all Black Panthers, y'all just troublemakers. Y'all ain't doing it. Or something happens. Where the Black Panthers at? I mean, where are you?
Where are you? Right. Exactly. I can't stand the sideline folks that's always saying, well, how come you weren't there? Well, how come you weren't there? Why are you?
Exactly. What are you doing? You know, and it's your neighborhood. How come you people aren't getting together in your neighborhood, getting your meetings together? Why somebody got to do it for you? Why does somebody have to come and tell you to create this and that? Why don't you go around and get the people in your neighborhood and say, look, we're tired of this shit. You know, we're sick of it. We're sick of the murders. We're sick of all this stuff.
Exactly.
We're at war.
Exactly.
We are at war. Seriously, we're at war. You know?
Forget the Blue Jordans right now. We got a problem.
I don't care nothing about them shoes. You know, they so concerned about that. You worry about a name.
Right.
And, you know, if I go to Walmart and get my shoes, you know, because back when I Yeah, look, when I was a kid, I had to wear pro wings. You hear me?
Oh, I had some. I had some.
Buddies, you know, all that stuff. And I looked good, you know, my clothes were always nice.
Right.
Because, you know, all the other kids had the LA Girl Flames and British Knights and all of that. And I'm just sitting up here with my cute little pink and white pro wings.
Right.
You know? But, you know what I'm saying? It was just, I got teased for that. You know, I was nothing. You know, because I didn't have what they had. You just totally just like threw me, you know, to the wolves. I was teased so bad for that. And you know, it's just like that's all they care about today. Like you say, you so concerned about your clothes and a name brand, you ain't even worried about, you know, what's going on. You know, even with looting and rioting, you more concerned about getting the damn flat screen.
Right.
You know, that's all you care about. Yeah, the brother's dead right now. That's what this is all about. You know, we are destroying things. We're not supposed to just be, you know, you can enjoy it if you want to, I guess, but still, you know, what does that mean? So now you got a couple of flat screens because due to the death of this man. You know?
Congratulations to you, right?
Yeah, thank you, George Floyd, for the TV, pretty much.
Right.
You know, that's how I feel about it. We need to do better. You know, we need unity. That's the first thing we need to do is have unity. We do not support each other like we should.
No, we don't support our businesses.
Right now,
I'm good.
not at all. We should all right now be like, set aside our differences, you know, for the justice of this man and not just him, for the justice of the ones, you know, to come. And hopefully, and if actually we get justice and we keep doing it, so much of it won't be going on.
Well, that's the other problem too. We're too busy beefing. If I got a beef with you, I can't even stop the beef long enough to come together to have a problem.
Yeah.
That's the other problem.
That's it. We gotta let that go. We gotta let it go because, you know, we got bigger beef out here. You know, we got bigger issues out here. Mm-hmm. They taking us down, you know, and it's just they just doing it and laughing in our faces. You know, you riding around trying to shoot this fool for what?
Right.
You know? Because he got a small mouth. Oh, that nigga said something. I'm gonna show him. Well, why don't you go show them? Yeah, you know, seriously, because this man still, you know, these men are still walking. You know, you want to kill a nigga because he stepped on your foot, because he said something to you, because he's sleeping with your girlfriend, because he's doing this, because he's doing that. But these people rolled up and shot him. How old was Tamir Rice? 12? 11?
Yep.
Okay, they rolled up and shot this boy in cold blood. Where's your anger for this baby?
Right.
You know? And for the young ladies who were shot up in the house, you know, by these cops to put a sleeping kid.
You know. To learn more about us, stay tuned to the Author's Corner, as well as log on to my website at www.atcampbell3.com. I'll have her poetry. I'll have upcoming things about any books that are coming out. Anything you want to know about Michelle JaNiece Perry, just stay tuned with us, and we'll keep you informed. So when we come back, I'm going to have a special HD's 2 cents.
Check out the grand opening for Rees G Crochet. It's a one-of-a-kind shop for one-of-a-kind crochet items. What do you imagine? Can Sharitha crochet it for you? Bet she can. One-of-a-kind items for one-of-a-kind artists. Contact Sharitha Newsom for details at RERELL30@yahoo.com. or log on to her website at www.Rees Crochet for pricing and details. It's Rees Crochet, where art meets practicality.
By Late Murder at 10 by H.D. Campbell. Former investigative reporter Mark Alexander thought his life hit a slump when a mass shooting results in the murder of a controversial news anchor. Can Mark get out of his head long enough to crack this case? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to get your own copy of Late Murder at 10 on Amazon.com and coming soon to your favorite bookstore.
Welcome to HD's 2 cents. Normally I give you 2 cents about writing, publishing, things like that. I'll get back to that next week depending on what's going on. But this week I really want to talk to you about the environment that's going on. The death of George Floyd has hit a lot of, especially us personally, as black people. There's a lot of things we want to do that we can do that we shouldn't do, but mainly what we can do is we can go out, we can peacefully protest, we can go out and demand our justice. Sometimes we're not loud enough to be heard, or we're loud but they're not hearing us. We have to find a way peacefully to be heard. And maybe we all can't go out and march, but we can go out, we can voice our opinions. That's why we got social media. We all got ideas, we all got things. But mainly, what we can do is pray. We can pray that George Floyd family gets some justice, and by their justice, we get justice. Because right now they just upgraded the one officer's charges to second-degree murder, and actually gave the three accomplices charges. Not sure what those are yet, but stay tuned to my social media pages, and I'll get that information for you. But their justice can say a lot for us, because now we can hold the police accountable. Now we can hold people accountable for the things they do. Shout out to all the media outlets who stepped up. Shout out to all the people who stepped up. Shout out to all the non-black people who legitimately stepped up for us. Thank you. The Author's Corner thanks you. We all thank you. God bless. Talk to you next week. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit, and God bless you. And God bless us all.